Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed it.
Top 5 has 98.
I got one more.
Just loves some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad.
That's right.
It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 387. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm the intern.
And I'm Scab Blake.
Hey! Jim is not here this week. He is doing whitewater rafting in the Fast and Furious Rapids of West Virginia. Blake's not here. He is on suspension after disrespecting intern Brian last week. Like, you can disrespect an intern, but when you disrespect the intern and the Fast and Furious, we don't handle that. That you can't do it. Can't do it. So
You don't stand.
Nope, can't stand for it. Just like Paul Walker. Anyways, so
He couldn't live for it.
which is ironic. He was in Fast and Furious cars all his life, all his acting career, and just couldn't do it in real life. Anyways, so Brian, good news is no one's going to interrupt you this week. No one.
Can you swear to that?
No.
I'll believe it when I don't get interrupted.
Okay. Well, okay, I should say this, Brian. No one's going to interrupt you on purpose. How about that?
That's all I can ask for, guys.
That's right. That's right. Your top 5 will go off without a hitch. How about that? How about that?
Now I got to change one of my answers.
So, anyways, this week, let's see here. We got a lot of stuff going on. The news of the weird is coming back this week. We got Spiral kind of sucked at the box office, and my wife decided to almost buy a house today, so that was kind of fun.
Okay, well, now that you mentioned that, we have to hear that story.
Is she leaving you finally?
Maybe.
Okay.
She might. Well, at least I would have my house to myself. I don't know if I could afford it without her. But anyways, yeah, so this morning at 8 o'clock, my wife texted me because I work in the basement. She's upstairs with the ruffians, and she's working. And she's like, sends me a thing of this house, and my whole thing is, Doug, when your wife asked to move, or wanted to move, what was your requirements to move? Because you don't like moving either.
I had to have a library,
Yes.
and that was it.
And that's why you don't have a dining room, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. I respect
What? No dining room? Where do you dine?
like normal people
In the bathroom.
kitchen. I'll be honest. I do miss, ever since Doug moved into his new house in the gated community, it's really tough because he doesn't have a dining room. We used to have a lot of fancy parties over there, dinner parties, and we just haven't since he has a library now. Anyway.
No.
So now you just have fancy book meetings.
Book club.
Book club.
That's right. Book club.
He's like the Oprah of the West Side.
Yes.
Of Cincinnati. That's what he is. So anyways, my wife texts me and she's like, hey, I'm sending you this house and same school district as my kids. And my requirements are acreage, because we both want land. We want at least over an acre and a half minimum.
Far too much land.
Well, here's the second requirement. It has to be wooded because I'm not cutting grass.
Oh, okay.
Let's be real. I love cutting grass in my yard. I'm not cutting 2 acres worth or 5 acres worth of grass because, to be honest, I feel like it's boring. Okay, here's the land. Okay, yippee. So this was a wooded acreage. You had, and my third requirement is in-ground swimming pool. That's it. I don't want to buy one. I want it already there. That's it.
That's it, guys. That's it.
Wooded acreage and in-ground pool. She can pick anything else.
Because there's nothing better for an in-ground pool than trees all around.
No, there's a little space back there. I know. Shut up.
I'm still sure that the leaves will still all fill your pool.
It's okay. Anyways, so she sent me this, and she's like, hey, here you go. 1.89 acres, most of it wooded, but there's a field that you could actually build a baseball field, which is kind of cool, like a wiffle ball field, an in-ground swimming pool with a beautiful deck, multi-level deck, beautiful area. Inside was almost all done already. You wouldn't have to do much. And the basement had an extra bedroom and an in-law suite, like a full kitchen. So my oldest son is like, I'll take that. He's like, I'll be down there. So at that point, I said, oh, shit. She did hit all the boxes. And our house isn't even listed. We have no desire to move, really, except for that. So finally, after talking for about 10 minutes, I said, go call a realtor. Go call the realtor that we always, that we use. And her family uses because her family is like nomads. So at that point, we did. And then she was on the phone with our loan guy, our loan accountant, or whatever he's called, loan officer. So get him pre-approved. So it went online yesterday afternoon. And I said, well, here's the issue. We're not even going to be able to sell our house, go through this house and make an offer. We're not even going to list our house, be able to make an offer or go through this house before they probably have 10 offers, right? Because the market is ridiculous. So our realtor did some research, and they're like, well, there's 7 showings today, and there's a note on the file that says the owners are making the decision by 6 p.m. today. So, or they're reviewing. So, and we're like, well, how many offers do you think they would have reasonably? And she's like, well, with this and this area and all that, she's like, probably 5 to 7 minimum. And we're like, okay. And she's like, a lot of them are coming with just cash only. I'm like, what? Who has cash only, like, on some of these? So then she said the other issue is that it will be going for because of the land and everything else, it would be $30,000 to $50,000 above asking. And I said, have a good day. So then my wife, 3 hours later, comes down. She goes, I really like that house. Do you think we should just go see it? What? No, we shouldn't. She's like, well, I have a phone call in for the loan officer just so, if our realtor finds anything like this, we could be pre-approved, ready to go. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what just happened today? So, yeah. So, but my wife at 8 this morning was ready to sell our house and buy this house, and it's still kicking. She's upstairs now, still upset that we couldn't do it in time because she just saw it.
It's funny you should mention that.
Yes.
I just bought a house today on like 1.8 acres with
Really?
a pool, and there's a library downstairs with a kitchenette. So it's really nice.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds great.
I put in my bid in, a few hours ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
And
Was it in Jason's school district?
Yeah. Funny you should mention that.
you know
was.
what? I'll be happy for my niece to go to the same school as my son. So that's fine. That's fine. We'll take that.
Oh, we'll homeschool her.
Oh, good call. Good call, because that works. Is your wife getting the long jean skirt then? Is that because that's the role?
Yes.
That's the role. So yeah.
You guys notice that?
What's that, Brian?
You guys notice that one of the requirements it doesn't have a studio?
Oh, no. There was a studio in the basement, too. There was a studio in the basement you can make. Pretty easy.
But it'd be next to his son's room, so the explicit rating would be gone for this podcast.
Oh, no, his son would learn that taking that room wasn't the best idea.
Doug, my son is outside.
Complains 2 floors away that Blake's too loud.
Not anymore, because we closed the vent in the studio when I'm recording. And Doug, my son is actually outside the studio door. And every day after we record, he always goes, "You cuss a lot, Dad." Yes, I do. And then he's made comments about Kevin James, like, you complain about him a lot. Yes, I do, son. Yes, I do. There's a reason for that. But yeah, so it was perfect. But I was not expecting to move. We just got new countertops. Why are we moving? And so it was a little bit of a surprise.
Definitely can't move when you get new countertops.
We just got them 2 weeks ago. I'm like, we just spent money on countertops. Why are we moving?
You'll get it
to
back.
improve the value of your home.
It did. It went from Formica up to granite. So we did. So, but yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
When you get this in-ground pool, how often will pool parties be at your house?
Well,
0.
It depends.
What, one every 5 years?
Well, our thing was, Doug, that we wanted our kids, like, as they got older, like, our house is pretty much, like, they come to our house a lot now, like, all the kids, like, all the friends and that, because we have a basement.
So you want to move to get away from them?
Maybe.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
But my wife is like, when they're teenagers, it would be nice to have them somewhat at our house, because, people came to our parents' house growing up. So we thought, well, if we have a pool and, kind of the fun little area, at least we can see.
Well, I thought it would be when they're teenagers, they go bother other people's parents.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. They're here. And I've always
wanted... Oh, you're fine with your kids, but you don't want your kids' friends there.
It depends.
Especially when they're teenagers.
I mean, you might get... Your kids' friends might be like Blake or something.
Let's just
teenagers are assholes, man.
Jeff, you know me. At parties, I'll just start the vacuum. Time to go, kid. Time to go. So now we're on the lookout. My wife is. Once we get the loan documents and everything done, I guess she's going to be looking for a 2-acre home.
So she wants to move now.
In the same neighborhood, in the same school district, and it's not going to. It's going to be a while. If we even
that's the thing is, if you want to move, you got to kind of be active with the way the market is right now. Like you said, it pops up 2 days later. You got 12 offers that are going to be $40,000 above asking.
Well, that's the reason that we're trying to get pre-approved now, because our realtor's like, I could sell your home within like 3 days, like above asking. Oh. There's no issues, and I was like, okay.
Well, it depends on how much you ask.
She gave us a ballpark, and it was like, okay, I could see that. We're still lower than some of the offers but every house that we're by, like in our subdivision, is just gone instantly, like every other thing. So, I don't know. That was my excitement for the day. 7
figures, right? Is that your house?
No. Well, and that's the other issue. Not to get into real estate talk here, but like, I have an issue.
Yeah, when did we turn into an HGTV podcast?
I got no problems with that.
My issue is like, I don't want to spend $100,000 more on a house than it's valued at 2 years ago, and that's what you're running into now. Like, this house is not worth.
But you'll get $100,000 more on your house than but valued 2 years ago. So it should balance out.
I also don't want to spend $100,000 more than what my house cost. Let's be real. So,
I understand that.
When I had issues for decades buying a house or buying a car that was over $20,000, like a brand new car. Like, I was like, no, I can't go above 20. I can't.
I've never paid more than $10,000.
When you get a minivan, you have to, Jeff.
Why would you get a minivan? And you don't have to. They should be
cheaper because they're smaller.
They've got some great 1999 minivans out there for less than $10,000.
And usually they're just parked on the side of the road free. I mean, you just pick them. That is true, Jeff. That is true. So there you go. That was my fun news today. So, Doug, how are you doing? You haven't been on in a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I see Mace Windu's Samuel L. Jackson's behind you.
Yep. Still there. Still there. Still hanging out in the studio.
Is that 2021 Golden Globe? Nope. There's no Golden Globes in 2021. Well, we just shortened Scab Jeff's appearance by 2 next year. Sorry, Jeff.
Next year is 2022.
Whatever. 2022.
The 2021 Golden Globes happened in January.
Did they? Are you sure?
They did.
Okay.
Because Borat was up for Best Picture Comedy.
It lost to The Martian 2. Yeah,
The Martian 2 was not out last year.
Oh, that was Rocket Man.
I was really disappointed New Mutants didn't get anything.
I know.
One of the few movies out, and they got nothing.
Even at the box office, they didn't get anything. Poor New Mutants. If only Jeff would have seen that movie 7 times instead of Tenet, It could have helped.
I'm trying to remember if Tenet won anything. I know it got a couple nominations, but
Didn't it win a special effects one?
it might have won Best Effects.
Yeah, I thought it did. Brian, how are you doing over there?
Doing pretty good.
Okay. You got some bourbon on you today?
No, not
Is
right
this
now.
why I'm supposed to talk right over him? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead now.
Brian, the good...
Just starting out with some water. Starting out light today.
Okay. Brian, the good news is you have fans, our listeners are in your court against Blake. So that's a good sign.
I was very surprised to see that, but it's very much appreciated.
I think you have a lot more fans than Blake does. I'm just saying. So
I gotta admit, Dr. Dana was listening to last week's episode. She was none too happy.
And you don't want to piss off Dr. Dana. Never piss off Dr. Dana. So, hey, are you guys looking to move? I got a house to sell. You want to move?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's got a podcast studio in the basement.
That's not one of my requirements.
Oh.
It doesn't have an in-ground pool. That might be a requirement you don't want.
I'm looking to turn a minivan into a podcast, a mobile podcast.
Ooh.
That's what I'm looking for.
I like it.
So,
I like it. That might take up our whole booth at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 17th through 19th. That might be an issue.
Not really. We'll just tell them the size of booth we need and make him give it to us, since we're the only confirmed guests as of now.
Yeah, we are the talent.
We are. And number one fan Doug has a ticket. He's going.
I have a ticket. I'm ready. I got 2 tickets. 3 tickets.
Go to CincinnatiComicExpo.com. You'll get everything here. We got Funko Pops we're giving away. Supposedly Ryan Reynolds might be there. Vampiro, Ric Flair. They could all be there. Could be.
Or not.
Or not.
You know who won't be there?
Paul Walker.
Stanley.
Blake.
New Jack.
I didn't hear who. New Jack?
The wrestler.
Oh, the wrestler. Okay. I'm like from New Jack City, the movie?
Yes, Jeff.
Yeah.
Was that Emilio Estevez? Or...
That was Judgment Night.
Oh.
That was a great movie.
And an incredible soundtrack, by the way.
Did it? I remember watching it as a kid. I really enjoyed it. Dennis Leary's in it.
Yeah.
New Jack died. 53, I think they said,
57, I think.
57. Okay, heart attack.
Yeah,
I think they
so,
said. Which, no offense, doesn't surprise me. That guy lived hard.
Ice-T in New Jack City. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
Cuba Gooding Jr. was in Judgment Night.
Yes, he was. Yes, wasn't it Bruno Frank or whatever that guy? Frank Bruno, wasn't he in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
The boxer, Frank Bruno?
Yes. Yes, the boxer. That is a touching tribute to New Jack. Doug, I think you said it best on one of the Facebook posts that the world might be a little bit safer without him. It's sad, but it might be a little bit safer.
It's sad. Yeah.
What we wrote on our History of Bad Ideas Facebook page, follow us, is it's not really shocking, but it kind of is shocking that he died. You're not expecting it, but you kind of are.
I'm shocked he died that way.
Yes. Maybe that's a good question.
Maybe I'm more shocked he died at 57 and not 40.
25? His Dark Side of the Ring episode was awesome. And then he was involved in ECW wrestling, the mass transit issue. He beat up a guy that did not have the experience in the ring. Not entirely his fault. He
lied about his experience.
The guy did. And he paid for it. Pretty bad. And that was brutal. So, breath of silence. Brian, did you watch the Nick Gage one? Dark Side of the Ring?
I did not watch that one. I did watch the Brian Pillman one.
I have not seen that one yet. That's the one I have not seen.
Man, that was a tough one to watch, but it was really good.
I equate the Brian Pillman one. I couldn't watch it yet because I equated to the Owen Hart one. Owen Hart took a lot out of me because that was, God. Owen Hart was just a good guy. But
in the Brian Pillman one, did they explain what happened when he shot Stone Cold? Because they never came back to that storyline, and I don't know what happened.
So they do explain it. So he obviously he didn't shoot him. But they do talk about that because one of the main people in that is Steve Austin. He's the pretty much one besides his son. He's the main one that they interview the most. So what had happened was that's the first time that WWF ever did anything like that. Like they'd ever kind of went on that. So they never really crossed that over into the violent, like criminal type stuff. And the very next week, they got so much heat and kickback on it that Vince actually apologized on live TV for them doing that spot. And they said that's the only time in the history of the WWE or F that he's ever apologized for anything.
Well, he's never really done anything wrong. Vince has always been
I can think of a lot of things that could have been apologized for.
So I'll say storyline wise.
Okay.
Like he's never from a storyline perspective or any kind of, match related things, he's never apologized other than that for that specific one.
Okay, so what is worse, him apologizing for that, or Raven having to apologize for crucifying the Sandman on a cross? Which one? Which?
Not everyone's religious. I mean,
crucifixion really has nothing to do with religion. It was a form of execution.
Well, it doesn't really have anything to do with wrestling either, though.
But it involved the story. The storyline had a lot to do with it. I think that was a big part of it. Not really.
Plus, I mean, the Pillman one is always, it just hits close to home because he went to the same high school as I did, and he dated my mom in high school. So
What?
Did not know that.
What?
Yeah.
I was going to say he lived on where I deliver mail, not on my route, but on a route near me. But dating mom, that
Yeah.
How do we bury that lead?
Oh, you buried it.
Hey.
Sorry. My bad. Man, Brian's got a MILF. Anyways,
Hey.
sorry, my bad. I'm going into Blake territory.
Could you be the son of Brian Pillman?
I cannot.
Damn it.
Well, my name is Brian.
Oh.
Named after Brian Pillman.
Flying Brian Pillman was the first autograph I ever got. My mom took me to Swollen's, the department store in Cincinnati, and he was there, and we were there for something. I think we were buying Husky jeans for me. It's called Fat. And I went through a lot of Husky jeans, okay? Shut up, Jeff. It was a rough time.
Oh, no, I went through plenty of Husky jeans.
And my mom's like, come on over. There's a wrestler here. And I was like, WCW? What the heck? And I remember it was, they were promoting Great American Bash. And Sting was on the poster. And Flying Brian Pillman was there. And I got his autograph. I still have it. I got to find it. I got to put it up in our studio. But yeah, that's the first autograph I ever had. So everybody loves Flying Brian. Breath of Silence. And his son looks dead on him.
Yeah, and I like how his tag team is a play on the Varsity Blondes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Speak of celebrities, Brad of Cinema Guys and me of Hobie had on Jed Shepard, writer, producer of Host, the Shudder horror movie that's been sweeping the nation. We had the cast of Host on for our virtual con months ago. And Jed Shepard just got a Kickstarter. It got kickstarted. Video game of Ghost is what it's called. and it involves the same cast from Host, and it's a game on Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. Comes out on February 22nd of 2022, and you only can play it.
2222?
Yep. And it plays at 10 o'clock live every night. So you have to play it at 10 o'clock, and that's part of the appeal of it. And it's pretty cool. It's live action, and you basically make decisions. So, and I asked...
It's starting on Groundhog Day. Does it capture you in a loop where you relive the same day over and over?
It may. And here's the thing. The funny thing is, though, I asked him, I was like, so I just bought this Kickstarter. What the hell did I buy? And he's like, well, I can't tell you that. It's a video game about them. Basically, you're a producer or camera assistant on a ghost hunt. And you're looking for the long lady, and that's it. And then later on, I said, seriously, what the hell did I buy? What am I getting for this? And he's like, well, you're going to have to find out. So I think they're going to do some comic books with it and some other stuff, or like other, media is what it sounds like. But check our...
So now is it called... Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just check out our interview. It's either at Cinema Guys on YouTube or The History of Bad Ideas on YouTube, our YouTube channel. And check it out. It's video. And then I will be releasing, I think, an audio of it that will be up on nerdly.co.uk. So just let you guys know. But yeah, it was a good time. He was a great guest. It was a lot of fun. He's British, and I have a affection for British people. So there you go.
Did you show him your Michael Caine impression?
I did not.
Oh, boo.
I thought about it. It's only a 39-minute interview. We kept it, and he appreciated that. He's like, I've been on a lot of other podcasts and shows that I'm doing like 2-hour interviews, and he's like, I'll be honest, I have nothing to say after an hour. What the hell are we talking about? So he appreciated that.
Well, we got a top 5 list, dude. Come on.
That's true. So there you go. We had our Twitter poll of the week. Find us at Bad Ideas on Twitter. Bad Ideas Podcast. Favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe hero. We have Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, or others. So you can pick. In last place, others. Just some options. This is not like how many, but because we have a couple more that came in. Black Panther got some votes. Ben Affleck's Daredevil got a vote.
Not the MCU.
Howard the Duck. Ant-Man. Captain Caveman. I don't think he's on
Not
it.
an MCU. Not a Marvel character.
And Agent Coulson, who was at the Cincinnati Comic Expo 2 years ago. Just letting you guys know.
And you have an autographed picture of him in the studio.
Hanging up. Which, in 2 weeks, you guys will be able to see. 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe.
Why?
I'll believe it when I see it.
I just admitted. I just announced it. I can't go back now. 2 weeks.
Why do we have to wait 2 weeks? I'm fully vaccinated.
Well, we all are.
Me too.
But Steve and Izzy are going to be on next week. So it's just easier with all of us on Skype with, multiple guests. So that's why.
Could have been there this week.
You could have. I'll be honest, you could have. I was kind of waiting for see how the numbers were going for COVID. So
you're a bad liar.
So,
my guess is you knew Blake wasn't going to be on this week anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. In 2 weeks, he'll never make the drive again, so he won't be on again. That
On the positive, I'll be honest. For disclosure, there's about 4 pictures in this room that I need to hang and get picture frames for that I've had since March of 2020 that I just haven't yet. So I think I'm buying myself some time here. I'll be honest. That's basically the reason. So
you just didn't want us around when your realtor was there trying to sell your house.
And in this podcast room, I had to get the chains down from the wall. I apologize. Also tied for second place is Iron Man and Thor, 25% each, and winning with 27%, Captain America. Well done, Captain. My favorite hero. So there you go.
Which Captain America?
Doesn't say. And then there was another vote for other, and they voted for Captain America as well. So I don't know if that's a different Captain America or not. U.S. agent?
Yeah, is that the John Walker Captain America? Is it the Sam Wilson Captain America?
Is it the first Captain America? Well, I don't think.
Isaiah Bradley.
Is he Captain America? Did they ever say he was Captain America in it?
I don't know if in the MCU they ever said that, but I think in
the comics,
Marvel comics he was. So,
but I don't think they announced it.
I don't know if he ever actually went by the title Captain America, but he was a super soldier fighting for America.
Do you think we'll get a series with him back in the day, Isaiah Bradley?
I think it'll be a while if they do.
Okay.
I think they got other things they want. I mean, I think we'll see his grandson out there before we see something about his past.
The young kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Young Avengers.
He's Patriot in the Young Avengers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And I mean, they've already started introducing a bunch of Young Avengers because Cassie Lang is a Young Avenger, and Wiccan and Speed
from
Scarlet Witch's children are Young Avengers, and
they need Hulkling,
the Hawkeye.
Kate Bishop, who's going to be in the Hawkeye series.
That is Jeremy Renner's last run as Hawkeye. He said he's done after this.
Because someone else is taking the mantle, so he'll just come back as Ronin again or something.
Good news, though, Doug. They have his purple suit in the new series. He's got his purple one, not the big crazy eyes, but like the big true purple one. So I'm excited for that.
Does it got the big long towel that runs down his crotch or whatever that is called?
I don't think that was a towel, Jeff. That was running down his crotch. Just saying. They did say you could actually even do a West Coast Avengers too. I would be fine with that.
Or a Great Lakes Avengers and bring in Squirrel Girl.
No. Because
everyone wants Squirrel Girl.
Black Knight's coming to the universe, so you figure he was a West Coast Avenger. Throw him in there. And West Coast Avengers was always better. Doug, you liked them too, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was Hawkeye. Hawkeye was in charge.
Hawkeye, Tigra, Wasp, Ant-Man, Goliath. Trying to think who else. Black Knight was in there for a while. There was a lot of different
Was U.S. Agent in there?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
I think he took over after Hawkeye left, if I remember correctly.
Does he just follow Hawkeye around? Because didn't U.S. Agent take over the Thunderbolts after Hawkeye?
He
just gets Hawkeye's hand-me-downs? Is that what it is?
It's not a bad gig, to be honest. I mean, hell, might as well. There could be worse things. So, Brian, have you seen anything? Real briefly here, have you seen anything this week?
I did. I did watch 2 movies this week. I watched Michael B. Jordan's new Amazon film, Without Remorse, the Tom Clancy film. And I watched the Angelina Jolie, Those Who Wish Me Dead.
I'm starting that one tonight.
It is awesome.
Okay. It did not do well at the theaters.
I don't think anything is going to be doing well at the theater until summer.
Yeah.
Just
Black Widow.
Because.
Was Michael B. Jordan's one the Without Remorse, right? You said?
Yep.
Is that the Jack Ryan? Is that just a new version of Jack Ryan, or is it somebody different?
So he plays John Kelly.
Okay. Who was in several of his Clancy's books. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
There is some Jack Ryan references and tie-ins within that. I was pleasantly surprised. It was really good, and it's set up for at least another movie.
Maybe a crossover.
Maybe.
Ooh, John Krasinski.
If I had to guess, he'll be back, and it'll be Rainbow Six. Would be the next. Be the next chapter or whatever that they do. Would be my guess.
Based on the video game, based on the book.
Right.
Okay.
But as a straight up like action movie, I was really, really. It was really well done. He did a really good job in that role.
Okay. Amazon's kind of gone pretty hardcore into the Tom Clancy universe. Which, hey, you know what?
They got the rights. You might as well use them.
And it's cheaper than Lord of the Rings universe they're building.
There's no way they can actually make their money back, is there?
I feel like it could be like a Van Helsing thing. Maybe we'll just keep the sets.
Did they ever even use the sets
of Van Helsing? No.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was only supposed to be 4 episodes, and Peter Jackson is directing, so now it's 32 episodes. So it kind of expanded on it. So poor Lord of the Rings. Look, we're walking. Did you watch anything else this week, Brian? Any TV shows?
No. Okay. Not really. Just, I mean, I did restart Justified again for like the 8th time.
I think 6 months ago you said the same thing.
No, it was about a year ago.
Okay.
It was one of the first shows that I restarted at the beginning of the pandemic.
Gotcha.
So, I just restarted that because I had just come across an article where they were talking about, I guess they're going to bring him back, Timothy Oliphant, and do another Justified series.
Really?
Based off one of the other novels that he appears in.
I heard he's not a bounty hunter or whatever he is, a marshal or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I heard he's going to be a salesman in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So that should be interesting how they do that. That he dated a girl named Pam back in the day. I don't know. That's what I've heard.
I thought he was going to be a realtor from Santa Clarita.
Oh, I gotcha. I got that one. Got that one.
I thought he was going to be a space lawman.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that too. Damn it. Only if Gina Carano is back or whatever her name is.
Well, of course, you'd have to bring her in.
She's canceled.
No. The best part is Disney canceled her, and yet they're still trying to get her to win an Emmy. Like, wait a minute. Wait.
Are they really?
Yes. Yeah, wait me, Disney.
They're campaigning for her to get an Emmy?
Yeah. Way to stick to your guns there. Jeff, have you watched anything this week?
I don't think anything that stands out. I mean, just the normal fare. I watched, Million Little Things, and
we're an episode behind on that. Is Theo still annoying?
Oh yes, okay. You will love this newest one if you want the Theo annoying train.
That's every episode. Choo choo! Can't wait for it to derail and he becomes a drug addict.
There's some pretty bad Theo scenes in the newest episode. You'll love it.
Awesome. Did you fill in the Grand Canyon? Smack! You fucking brat. You're 9 years old.
I'll just give you a sneak peek. We get to see what Theo does with glitter.
The movie?
No, the actual stuff you use in arts and crafts.
Oh, great. Let me guess, it's all over the house. He's trying to make arts and crafts.
I'm not going to say anymore.
He's a stripper?
Oh, hey. Doug, did you watch anything?
No.
Okay.
No. But I have listened to a podcast.
What?
With the benefit of hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the argument Jerry Sandusky did not abuse kids.
Oh, dear God. You mentioned this to me.
You know what? They make some compelling points.
What's the podcast called?
With the benefit of hindsight.
Okay.
The guy's a bit...
Conspiracy?
No, just like Blake, when he gets going on a story, he gets really excited, and that it's kind of like that. But the original premise of it was he was trying to prove that Penn State didn't cover it up. He was trying to and he has no connection to Penn State, but he was trying to prove that Paterno didn't cover it up. And then the more he got into it, the more it's like, well, wait a minute, these guys got railroaded. For example, the kid in the shower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. He was never convicted on that charge. So how could Penn State have been liable for a cover-up on a charge that was never, where he was never found guilty.
Was there other abuse at that in Penn State? At Penn State? That's the other thing.
No.
Oh, okay.
There's no proof. Even that, like they said, there's like a 1998 case.
Mm-hmm.
Never came to anything. And the fact the guy was friends with the Sandusky, he's an adult now, but he was still friends with Sandusky. The 4 kids that they got that came out and said they were all friends amongst themselves. And even when, now unbeknownst to Jerry Sandusky, they were they were investigating him. These guys were still, like, the one guy took his kid over to Sandusky's house while he was also saying, well, he was doing this to me. Mm. It's very interesting. I mean.
So, and I talked to you off air, missing persons cases, Ray Graycar?
Right.
Graycar?
Right. Yes.
Who he was a district attorney, or attorney general, right? One of them? District attorney. Yeah. He was district attorney for the 1998 case. He investigated that one. Yes. And then he went missing.
Okay. And he brings that up. And he said, conceivably, none of this would have happened if he didn't go missing. Mm-hmm. Now, you have conspiracy people saying, well, why did he go missing? It's probably not even connected to that. He just disappeared.
Correct. His hard drive was wiped on his laptop. Mm-hmm. And he was a diehard Penn State fan, and they said it made him sick to his stomach, and he renounced Penn State after investigating the case in '98.
But he cleared him.
He did, but not. So the rumor mill is that
did he
never
clear
tried.
him, or did he just say we don't feel we can get a conviction?
If you look down the rabbit hole, they said he was told by people higher up in the government that he was not allowed to prosecute because of the power of Penn State. Then he went missing, and no one has ever seen him again.
Listen to the podcast. There's a lot of stuff where, you take both sides. But I mean, in defense of Sandusky, he had the Second Mile charity.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had, they basically arrested him trying to get more people to come out.
Yeah.
All they got were 8 people. Mm. Okay. The one in 1998 was number 1. The kid in the shower was number 2. And Mike McQuarrie allegedly is a scumbag.
That doesn't surprise me.
They got the years wrong. I mean, they don't know what day it happened. He had gambling issues that they said.
That's McQuarrie, right? The quarterback.
Yes, McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where, it looked like he, threw a touchdown like late in the game when they could have just ran out the clock, but it made them cover or something. So they had the 4 kids, and then like number 8 was just a story from a janitor that they've never even found the kid. Cause it's just, and the one janitor said it wasn't Sandusky, but it's very interesting. But so you have all these kids, and you got really nothing concrete that came out and said, yes, he did this, except for the kids that said it later because Penn State was putting up $100 million to give these kids. And that's basically what it seems to be.
Please never say in defense of Sandusky again, though.
Well, yeah.
It is a very interesting...
Unless you're talking about Sandusky, Ohio, where the Cedar Point amusement park.
There you go, yes.
And the Aquaman wannabe is the hero of in The Boys. It is a very interesting case because I have heard other rumors that there's more to that story. I've heard Sandusky is scum, but there's a lot more people involved that did not even that had a lot worse things.
Right.
And
the thing is, the way they put him off is he's just a dope. Mm. He's a dopey football guy. And he said the only thing that everybody said he did, so they figure he's guilty of, is when he was in the car, he put his hand on their knee. Mm-hmm. That's the only one. That's the only odd thing, he did.
But you know what? I'll be honest. Anybody that takes down Joe Paterno, I'm okay with, because the guy fucking didn't do anything for 20 years as a coach.
Well, and that's part of that's part of what brought this all on was the fact that he was so old and supposedly McQuarrie told him like 10 years. This all happened like 10 years before it came out. And they said McQuarrie was like the only guy on the coaching staff that would talk to him because he was so out of it. So it was, well, if Mike McQuarrie said it, I don't remember, but I guess it was true. I mean, it's really pathetic, but yeah.
Well, no, the biggest problem I had with that whole thing is when people find stuff that is off and strange, they go to the football coach. They don't go to, the authorities or the head of the school.
Right.
They all have to go to the football coach. And that's the wrong hierarchy of how it should be.
Well, but that goes back to the McQuarrie thing of he really didn't see anything. Mm-hmm. He didn't see rape. He just saw like for 2 seconds or 3 or 5 seconds something. It's an interesting story.
On a positive note, switching gears and defense of St. Jesus. Brian, you okay? You want to get that bourbon out yet?
I think that's there's a title for the show. In defense of
Nope.
I didn't even write that one down.
Listen to the podcast. I mean, it's interesting.
After you listen to us.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
No. Stop us right here.
No.
Stop right now. Oh, okay. Never mind.
My kids and I started watching Mighty Ducks Game Changers, the new TV series on Disney Plus. Brian, have you seen this?
I haven't started it yet. I keep telling myself I'm going to, and then somehow something else ends up on.
I think it's 6 or 8 episodes, and we're on episode 2, and it's really damn good. The pilot was great. Like, I'm not trying to oversell it, but like we started just to start. And, like, my daughter loves it. My oldest son loves it. My wife started chuckling at it. Like, it's funny. And if you have kids in sports, like, it's very relevant. Like, the one kid gets cut off the team, and the mom goes off on the coach. And the coach is like, well, he never participated in the team clinics. And she's like, they were $1,000. Like, I don't have that. And then, like, she starts going off, and she has this meltdown. She looks at the parents of the other kids on the team, and they're like, Joanne or whatever, you bring two private coaches to his team to the practice, and she looks at the other one. She's like, parents, your kid have 0% chance of making it to the pros. Okay, just get it through your head. They're not going to the pros. And I was cracking up at it, but it was Emilio Estevez is in it.
I'm about to say, how is Emilio?
2 episodes in, he's pretty funny. I've enjoyed it. I really did. I didn't have many, I didn't have a good feeling going into it, but I thought it was either going to be too cutesy like the Big Show TV show on Netflix or just completely different. And it's really well done. Like, I'm hoping the underdogs don't win, but we'll see because the Mighty Ducks are now the big bad team now. They've won every state championship and all that. So it's
the Ducks are the bad guys.
They're the Hawks.
Yeah.
Oh, they flipped. I like that.
So it's enjoyable.
Is there a shower coach with that team too, or is that just a college sports thing?
Get out. It did say episode 3 is a very special episode. I don't know if I want to watch that. Woo. Anyways, Brian, since your buddy Blake's not here, why don't you do listener feedback?
All right, I can do that. All right, we got listener feedback sponsored by the Husky Jeans section at Swallens. All right.
Just interrupt here, Brian. But Swallens, where you could buy groceries, luggage, golf clubs, sweepers, washer and dryer, a bit of everything.
Could you do groceries at Swallens?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That's where I bought all my old record albums.
Oh, yeah, right. That, yes.
It's also the place where you learned how to drive in their parking lot. Well, since you're here, do you want to read your own feedback?
Sure. Okay, listening to last week's episode and the lack of respect by Blake to intern Hackney is shameful. Is Blake the new Ellen?
Ellen is not quitting her show because of the bad things going on. She got railroaded, Doug, like Sandusky, you think. See?
Ellen said she is quitting her show because it just made her tired to have to deal with all of that.
And she just wasn't creative anymore. It was too easy.
I thought it wasn't a challenge anymore.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It was too easy.
Yeah.
It was too easy.
Too easy. Too easy. Fuck you, Ellen.
It wasn't toxic behavior.
Fuck you, Ellen. And she's like, I just sat at home and, all these reports came in, and I'm like, I guess another one's going to come in because they're just snowballing now. Well, yeah, if you're a dickhead, yeah, they're going to keep snowballing, you asshole. Jesus.
So it's safe to say that Ellen is the Joe Paterno of talk TV, right?
I'm going to put this out there. Probably until like 2 or 3 years ago, every successful TV producer is probably a dick.
Yes.
And now with cancel culture, they're like surprised that, but people have been dicks shitty. in this industry for like 100 years. Why are we now starting to?
Surprised.
Yeah, now I'm the one who gets in trouble when in the 50s they, did much worse.
Oh, that's not a good point, Jeff.
Okay, but as I look at my question more, I think I'm wrong here. It's not Blake the new Ellen. Jason's the new Ellen because he allowed it to happen.
I did not.
He did not protect his intern.
Blake's not here this week. I suspended his ass. So I stepped up. I did something.
But you allowed it to happen the whole episode.
Well, that was because I couldn't get to the mute button. He was
crying out for help. Yeah. And you just,
I will say Jason did a couple times say, Blake, come on.
Thank you.
Let's get on with it.
I don't know if you know this. Blake beats a dead horse. I don't know if you know that. I don't know. Well, let's move on to a new chapter. Brian's here. He's happy. No one's interrupting him. It's peaceful. So go ahead, Brian. You continue, buddy.
All right. Next, we have from Graphic Novice. They want to know which episode are we going to talk about the new Mighty Ducks series.
Can I answer this?
Yeah.
387?
Episode 387, Graphic Novice.
Okay. Woo.
There you go, Nickel.
It's nice to be able to actually answer these questions.
And if Nickel sent us a hockey report, we could talk about that, too.
Yeah.
It's been, 3 years since our last hockey report?
It has been.
Is he too busy sneaking the teams across the border so they can play in the playoffs?
June 1st, you're going to make the NHL. You're going to tell the NHL if we can play.
He's going to sneak them over, through North Dakota or something.
You know what?
Just
play the game
Why
in North
not?
Dakota. Just play them in North Dakota. What else is going on up there?
Have you seen the border we got between North Dakota and all it is about 100-foot wide mowing down of all the trees. So it's just a big wide open. And only if someone is watching will they see someone sneak across. And if you're good about it,
so you're saying
get them all in ghillie suits, just run across and they won't even see you.
It's going to be tough to run across those woods and ice skates. Unless you have the ice skate guards, maybe? I don't know.
They can remove the skates,
Jason.
Whoa. They're not permanently on hockey players' feet.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm going to have to check on that. What else we got, Brian?
From Besotted Geek. He says, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Can we hear about the time Blake almost went into the ladies' locker room again? For the new listeners.
Besotted, I think you just did. You just did a better story.
I think he wants the 8.5-minute version, not the 10-second version.
We will get on that next week. We'll ask Blake for that. We really will. Thanks.
Did he almost go to the women's locker room with Michael Stipe? Was that the?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know he ran into him one time?
Were they in Happy Valley?
Listen to the podcast. It's interesting. I'm not saying it's true, but it's interesting.
Not so Happy Valley.
You know what would probably like to listen to them? The dogs you're watching.
Suicide rates went up for the dogs in that kennel.
It's hard enough as it is getting dogs into the groom for baths. So I have a feeling if they hear that, then they're definitely not going to want to take showers.
God.
All right, moving on. From Scab Jeff. I received my second shot of the COVID vaccine. Do I now have to wait for the next full moon to see people in case of werewolf stuff or something?
Jeff kind of looks like a werewolf over there. He's grizzly. Is that because of the second shot?
You said it's from Scab Jeff, not from me.
No, I know, but you look it. So I'm just wondering if that was a side effect for you, being a werewolf.
No, I think I had this long before I had my first or second shot.
Okay, just checking.
And probably before you had COVID.
Yeah.
Good call.
I mean,
probably before COVID even existed.
There's been 18 other forms of COVID, okay, Jeff? Come on.
Yeah, this is just the 19th strain. Jeez, guys.
I don't understand why people don't get that. I'm sure I had COVID-17. I'm sure I did. God. Wasn't anything.
Can I add another listener feedback question?
Sure.
Please.
Jason's been wearing his headphones like down around his neck like he's some sort of DJ.
Yeah.
What would Jason's DJ name be?
Oh, does it have to have DJ in the name?
Yes. Yeah. Here, let me get my moves going.
The
DJ
turntable's usually right below you.
Oh,
yeah.
I go below. Okay, here we go.
He's got vertical.
Oh, they're like mounted. Oh,
yeah, they're mounted up on the ceiling. Raise the roof. I hit the DJ booth. Woo! DJ roof. How about that?
I'm going to say you would be DJ Qualls.
I'm about to say we did have the nickname on one of his softball jerseys as J-Bo.
Yeah, J-Bo. Combine Jason and Tebow.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Because he was such a Tim Tebow fan.
Oh, yeah, definitely. DJ Qualls was in the movie The Core, so I kind of take that as a sign of respect. I would love to be in the movie The Core.
DJ Qualls was an excellent record producer in Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, that's
Thank
right.
you.
You know,
Somebody got the reference.
Hey, Jeff, you can't say that on the radio. Let's do this one. Smack that bitch up. Nope, can't do that either, but we're going to run with it. Going to run with it. Okay, good job, Terrence Howard. You do you. So, I'm going to take my headphones off now. I'm just going to leave them there. There we go. Since I'm not a DJ anymore.
Hit them.
What else we got here?
Wrapping up listener feedback from Professor Number 1 and Doctor Number 1. Who do you want to show up at the Cincinnati Comic Expo? Not everybody all at once.
Ryan Reynolds or Nathan Fillion? Nathan Fillion. I'm going Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion's probably one of the guys on the expensive list.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with him. Doug, who do you want? What Disney
Paige
person?
O'Hara.
Who?
Paige O'Hara.
Who's that?
She did Belle. She
Voice
did
of
Belle.
Wasn't
In the
she there
Beast.
last time?
There was no last time.
2019.
No, that was Jodie Benson.
Oh,
Did Ariel.
my bad.
She was fantastic. I was there in the front row, and she sang to me. It was fantastic.
But
Straight at you? Did she say,
Yes.
I want to be part of your world, Doug?
Yeah, well...
it's kind of tough for her not to notice ape hands because the hands are so big. So when he's clapping, it's like a sound
this is
machine,
true.
like boom, boom, like cymbals. So it was kind of tough for him not to see that. You did not ask her a question from Hobie, though. I was not very happy with that.
I was just in awe. I couldn't.
I understand that.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I chickened out of asking Summer Glau a question, too.
I just hugged Manu Bennett. I was just so happy with Manu. Kia ora. There you go. That's what I said.
Whatever happened to him?
He's still cycling around Cincinnati. Kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
He just cycles around with his bike.
He's been there for 2 years, just riding a bike.
Yep. What
He
does
was
he
a
do
good
now?
guest. I mean, he was a good guest, though.
Oh, he was awesome. Yeah. What does he do? He went back to New Zealand for a while there. I thought he was doing something.
Well, he's probably been in New Zealand for the past year because, quarantine.
And they were able to, enjoy stuff. So,
like bread.
No, you don't enjoy bread. You suffer through bread.
They weren't putting gasoline in garbage bags. So they had plenty of gasoline down there.
Just as a precursor to that, you have to double bag premium or super.
Okay.
You have to use 2 bags. You have to double bag.
Regular is just
but
one
regular
bag?
You can just do one layer.
You can just use one plastic bag, but anything above regular you have to double bag.
Okay.
People,
so
I honestly can't even plastic bag gasoline.
What happens when we get rid of all the plastic bags? Then when are we going to put our gas in?
Well, I've also seen just like your storage totes.
Yeah, I've seen storage totes.
I have seen a couple pictures floating around of laundry baskets.
Well, it can't be the ones with openings, obviously. It's got to be the fully
holes in the side.
Yeah.
Well, the pictures that I saw definitely had those.
They just had a lining in it, I hope.
Just the laundry basket. Just the laundry basket. Let's see what
brain
else.
is hurting.
Could you?
Anyway, back to the question.
What's Manu Bennett doing? Doug, I'm glad you asked. He was in Pandora.
The World of Avatar?
No, it just says Pandora. He was Leon Valk for one episode in 2019. He was in the Shanna Nana Chronicles TV series.
That was before that.
And that was
he discussed that at the expo.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, there was a pandemic. It was just,
I mean, you can't really fault somebody's resume.
He literally.
Why did you take the year 2020 off?
That's the only thing I'm looking to see if anything else. He played himself in Surge of Power, Big City Chronicles, and he also was in the documentary Making Good Men. So there you go. So, the story of sperm. That's what I guess it was about. I don't know. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Speaking of the Comic Expo.
Yeah.
We went down to the Duke Energy Center for the tattoo, whatever the hell it was.
Tattoo convention?
And whatever it was. Yeah. And
time out. Was it not to interrupt, but is it like the fan club for tattoo from Fantasy Island?
No, it was people giving tattoos.
Oh, okay.
Did you get one?
My wife did. She got one, a pink ribbon that was part paintbrush because she's an artist, and also stethoscope because, unbeknownst to Jason, she is a nurse. So she got that on her foot. But my daughter wasn't really too thrilled to go down. As soon as we get there, she leads over to me. She's like, I like the Comic Expo better.
And you showed her, you said, Scab Randall, you're getting a tattoo. Let's go. You're 11. Let's go.
That's right.
She'll grow into it. It'll be fine.
A nice big back tattoo that takes up the whole back. Yeah.
Doug, did you get like number 7 on your wrist or 8 hands or anything like that for Hobie?
No.
Okay.
As you know, my body is a temple, and I will not desecrate it with tattoos.
But your wife, it's okay to desecrate.
No, I don't care.
Yeah. It's a temple, and I won't put works of art all over it like the Sistine Chapel.
Jeff,
but anyway.
Sorry, Jeff.
Well, geez, I didn't even get to answer the question that was asked.
What was the question?
Who I would like to see at the Comic Expo this year.
Oh, okay, who?
I was going to say I would like to see Felicia Day, so I can get her to sign my other smash-up card, so I can have a set of her and Will Wheaton signing them.
Okay.
And I would love to see the cast of Critical Role, but they're probably too expensive to get them all there.
Gotcha. But I like to see the cast of Cats. That's who I would like to see there. Cats, the musical.
So you want James Corden?
And Judi Dench. So, the butthole version, not the non-butthole version.
Well, Idris Elba was in it too, so, Idris Elba, whatever it is. Yeah.
Schlong Elvis. Jeff, give me some News of the Geek music. And make it weird because it's the weird edition.
Nope.
Fine, I'm going to sing then. You want me to sing?
Nope.
It's News of the Geek Weird Edition. Yeah. Per the northernecho.com, this is a real article, the World Toe Wrestling Federation has announced that the 2021 championship matches will go ahead on August 26th in Derbyshire, England. Of course, England. And organizers are looking for people who want to dip their toes in the water of pro competition.
Oh, that's a good pun.
Toe wrestling is similar to arm wrestling as competitors are sitting down and barefoot with the competitor's toes linked. Let's see here. While you may never heard of the sport, its competitors are just as serious as other athletes and just as prone to injuries. Then, total destruction.
Yeah, I gotta get a drink.
Second, did you look at the next article? Yep. Second in the world at the sport had his ankle snapped in two places by 16-time champion Alan Nasty Nash. Woodruff and Nash. Woodruff is 32. Nash is 63. Ew, old person toes. Co-own and run the World Toe Wrestling Federation. Were practicing at the time. Let's see. This is the last year for Mr. Nash in competition as he plans to retire after taking home a 17th title, which would make him the only sportsman in history to do so. Probably the only sportsman to do it 3 times, too, is what I'm guessing, if he's won it this many times.
How exactly do you toe wrestle, though? I don't understand. You link them and then what?
I don't know.
And then you break the other guy's leg as you throw him across the room with your strong toes.
Well, this is the best part. He's won 16 times. He's had 4 broken toes, so he was unable to compete in 98. And then the competition was suspended from 03 to 09. So for 6 years, nobody even competed. After controversy over the winner, which saw Mr. Nash lose, then regain the winning title. Let's see here. Woodruff, the 32-year-old, started playing the sport at 14 in a junior event and had his first adult game at 17. He has since had his toenails surgically removed to give him a competitive edge.
Oh, that should be against the rules.
But you say Jerry Sandusky's a bad guy. I don't get it.
Stop it. I had my toenails removed because your toes go through a lot of stress. My nail was digging in my toe cushion, but now they are completely gone. Alan uses a toe stretcher to make his toes more durable, and you can also get toe weights. Yes, they are a thing. The sport was created in 1974 by 4 drinkers in the pub who were fed up with England not producing any world champions after another World Cup loss. The idea was that if they invented a sport no one knew about, they would be champions. But the competition was stopped after a visiting Canadian bagged the title in its second year. It's not just a men's sport either.
Canada.
With the women's and junior championship taking place, Lisa Twinkle Toes Shenton currently holds the women's title, and Dolly Millwood is the kids' world champion. There you go. It's quite disgusting. I don't even know what to say.
So Kevin and Chris were toe wrestling, and then Nickel came in and took the title.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll be honest, I could see probably something like creepy, like Besotted Geek doing this. I could definitely see him doing this. Or he might do the toe licking. I'm not sure. One or the other. So, let's see here. Per Fox News, there you go. A Minnesota woman who was told not to come to her ex-boyfriend's funeral was charged last Monday after witnesses said she drove through the cemetery and tried to run over mourners during the ceremony. I like that. Blair Whitten, 28, was charged with reckless endangerment following the incident at Riverside Cemetery in Fargo, North Dakota on Saturday. Police said, quote, multiple complainants. Complainants? Anyways.
Complainants.
I was so waiting for that word.
Complainants
I
is
saw
what
it
it
there.
says.
I was waiting.
Were reported Whitten was driving her vehicle inside the cemetery in a manner with extreme indifference for human life. which created substantial risk of serious bodily injury to people in the cemetery. Fargo police spokeswoman Jessica Schneiddichter told local station KVRR. No one was injured, though. Witnesses waved down the police at the cemetery and said the SUV was driving over grave sites trying to run them over. It happened because the ex-boyfriend's father told police that Whitten was not welcome at the funeral and saw her speeding across the cemetery. Let's see. She made negative posts on social media about the ex-boyfriend's death. He said that he approached Whitten in her SUV and asked her to leave, but she accelerated toward him, forcing him to jump out of the vehicle's path. So, there you go. If you don't get invited to a funeral, there's probably a good reason. Just don't go. Just don't go. So, do you think this is like her ex-boyfriend getting back at her one last time? I feel like, fuck you, lady. And finally, Brian's favorite story of the day, per the TampaBay.com. She's launched a line of cheetah print face masks, strutted on Dancing with the Stars, and sold personalized videos to fans by Cameo. Now, Big Cat Rescue founder Carol, that fucking bitch Baskin, is getting into cryptocurrency, or she calls it Puracy.
Jesus Christ.
So you're taking the end of currency and you're replacing the beginning of it with per.
I don't get it.
Currency.
I don't get it. Baskins announced the launch of SCAT, actually $CAT, a new digital fan token for supporters of Big Cat Rescues. NFTs are coming in a few weeks. Not sure what any of those words means. Fuck it. We're not doing a quick rundown. Let's see here. They're Bitcoins. Let's see. There are 5 other animal-themed tokens to date. Doggy Coin, which is dog.
Doge.
Whatever. True Flip, which is a dolphin. Nina Coin, which is cat. Panda Coin, which is panda. And Nui Coin, which is a squirrel. But none of these represent a fan base for nonprofit sanctuary, nor an organization dedicated to protecting animals, reads the announcement.
Neither does this one.
SCAT can be purchased for $5 on Rally.io, website that allows people to launch their own digital currency. Oh, goody. Let's do a Hobie Bitcoin.
Hobie Coin.
Hobie Coin. I like
We're
it.
on it.
According to Big Cat's Rescue's rally page, SCAT will grant access to virtual visits with the animals at the sanctuary, as well as live walkabouts and conversations with Carol, that fucking bitch Baskin. Buyers will be able to join premium rooms. Oh, that sounds nasty. And experiences with Baskin on Clubhouse. Access to private chats and participate in MAAs or Ask Me Anything sessions. Probably on
Not
Reddit.
MMA.
AMAs.
I would.
I'm
know
like,
what?
they're allowed to fight her? What?
That's fine. I would probably pay for that. There will also be a reality zoo where users can collect exotic cats and play a virtual reality game, because that's going to be awesome. That's great. Quote, gaming can reach younger audiences with the message that big cats are not to be held hostage. But we're in a Carol Baskin.
Animal sanctuary. Yeah.
And virtual big cats can be pre-programmed to resist such egomaniacal efforts through peeing on and constantly attacking their owners. Just like in real life, the page reads. So there you go. Fuck you, Carol Baskin.
Jeff's like the first grade teacher as Jason's reading out loud to the class.
My sister Fanny. So anybody got anything on those stories? The News of the Weird is back this week. So, Jeff, what do you think? Do you know what cryptocurrency is?
I understand cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. I don't understand NFTs yet.
I think,
and just because I know what cryptocurrency is doesn't mean I'm buying it, although I probably should have, years ago, and then I would have made like a pretty penny.
I always hate when people are like, oh, we should have bought then. Yeah, you know what? Or I should have kept my toys in the packages. Well, of course, yeah, looking back, it's all hindsight.
Well, no, I wouldn't have ever said I should have kept my toys in the packages, because then I wouldn't have got to play with them.
Well, I know, but people are like, oh, I should have bought Apple. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Like, of course.
So you're saying with the benefit of hindsight, things change?
Yes. Stop it.
I mean, like I said, if I knew what was going to happen last last year, I would have bought a lot of GameStop stock, but I didn't know what was going to happen. So,
or N95 masks like your co-host Jason. I mean, or stocked up on toilet paper. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should have listened instead of mocked me for months and months on end.
But that stocked up toilet paper got you what?
I don't have to buy it for the next year.
Yeah.
I donated it to Brian.
There you go.
So fuck you. It went to a good cause.
Well, as long as you made it go to a good cause.
I'll be honest. I still got canned goods in there. I'm kind of worried about what I got back there. I think I got a lot of Chef Boyardee.
They're in cans. They last years.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
The plastic tins of the applesauce didn't make it. They turned black. I'm trying to think what else is back there. Yeah, there's some.
In defense of Brian, do you think it's worth working in a toxic workplace just because you're giving toilet paper? I don't think that that doesn't. You're not off the hook on that.
In April 2020, I think it was worth it. I think it did make it look good. We shut it down.
No, it made you look like an ass. Is what it made you look like. Hoarding toilet paper when people needed it made you look like an ass.
I started buying it in the end of December, first week of January, because I saw. Well, actually, I was just too nervous, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I started buying $1,000 worth of groceries in a week.
Yeah, hoarding. I think that's how it's described.
I was preparing my family. Not my fault. You don't look 6 months in advance of what's happening in the world. That's not my fault.
You're the 2021 version of the gas bag person, basically.
You know what, Brian? I was on your side this week. I suspended Blake for you.
Wait a minute. Is that his DJ name? Jason the Gas Bag?
DJ Gas Bag in the house.
Well, I will say, as a proud owner of quite a few Dogecoins,
how much is quite a few? How much is quite a few?
3.
I currently am holding 1,015 Dogecoins.
Okay. I didn't know if quite a few meant 3.
What does that get you?
Well, so I bought the majority of them when they were around 4 to 5 cents a piece, and they're currently at 51 cents a piece.
Okay.
Sell.
So,
isn't that the currency they'll be using on the moon, though?
Yes, we're going to the moon.
So what you're saying is that you could add some enhancements to the studio, the Bob Studios, like a camera that we've been waiting on Jeff to get one for 6 years. I'm just asking.
I own a camera.
For a video camera for...
I own a video camera.
I have a handheld video camera.
No, I have a video camera that we can use.
Okay.
I don't know how good it is, but it exists.
Okay. How about a T-shirt design?
Nope, don't have that.
Okay, let's do that, Jeff. Let's focus. We got people wanting T-shirts. Let's go. We need.
I really think we should jump on this Rally.io and get some Hobiecoin going.
Do it.
Because I know there's a ton of people out there who want to buy their Hobiecoin so they can have private AMAs with Blake, so they can be interrupted and talked down to for 30 minutes at a time, so they can get a real Hobie intern experience.
I like this.
Oh, the intern experience.
I like it.
If we get Hobiecoin, though, what will that do to Hobie IOUs? What will the market be on that?
I'll be honest, you can't have too much Hobie in the marketplace. You really can't. You can't.
I will say Hobie IOUs are like just as good as money. Where a Hobie coin will be better than money.
How about this?
Gotcha.
If you buy 10,000 Hobie coins, you get to go on a trip with Doug to Disney World. How about that? Can we do that?
Better do it soon. It's happening in July.
Oh, God. Oh, you bought the $3,000?
10,000 Hobie coins will be like, what, $6?
Well, no, you still have to go. You still have to pay for everything, but Doug will just show you around Disney. And you get to sleep in the same hotel room, so that's fine.
No, I'll offer up my son's house.
That's fine. Everyone else moves there, right?
He's got room there. Okay. That's fine.
I mean, at this point, I think my kid might move there. I don't know. They got an in-ground pool.
They do.
And
they got
have 1.8 acres and wooded acres?
Not consistently.
Oh.
No.
Not in Orlando.
Jeff, why don't you give us some box office news? Jeff.
Box office news and report from May 14th, 2021 to May 16th, 2021. Coming in at number one at the box office, Spiral made $8.7 million in its opening weekend on a $20 million budget.
That was pretty low. They said quite disappointing.
Well, we haven't quite come out of the pandemic yet, so I think, you get a third of your budget back in one weekend. You shouldn't be too disappointed.
I've heard everything from the greatest Saw sequel to the worst thing put out since in the pandemic. So people either loved it or they hated it.
Or like me, they just ignored it.
Correct.
Number two, Wrath of Man made $3.7 million, a total of $14.6 million on a $40 million budget.
Good for them.
So man is angry. Those Who Wish Me Dead made $2.8 million in its opening weekend on a $20 million budget. But that is also available on HBO.
HBO Max, which just got sold to Discovery Plus parent company today. And so TNT, TBS, CNN, all that stuff with HBO is now moving to who knows what. Discovery Plus they're basically combining with HBO Max. And the rumor tonight is you'll be able to buy a package of channels from them for your streaming service.
Wait a second. I've heard that model before.
Wait a minute. What do you think it is, Brian?
It sounds awfully familiar. Maybe a cable TV package?
Maybe.
Yeah, but see, the good thing with streaming services, even if they take the cable package example, it's kind of very mobile. You're not stuck to just watching it in your house. Wherever you go, you'll be able to watch stuff.
Mm-hmm. So it's like Quibi.
Well, yeah, but you'll be able to watch good stuff. How's that?
Oh, goodness. Whew. Sorry. Quibi, we hardly knew you. God, all seven of you. Anyways, what else we got here?
What was that, Ellen?
Sorry.
Number four, Demon Slayer the movie, Mugen Train made another $1.77 million, now up to $42 million on a $60 million budget.
Take a guess what number 5 is.
Still at number 5, Raya and the Last Dragon made another $1.71 million, a total of $46 on a $140 million budget.
There you go.
All right, everybody's favorite part of the show when Jason reads the wrong plot line for these upcoming movies.
I do not.
Upcoming May 21st of 2021, we have Final Account.
Go ahead, Brian. What do you got?
Final Account is an urgent portrait of the last living generation of Hitler's Third Reich, and never before seen interviews raising vital questions about authority, conformity, national identity, and their own roles in the greatest human crimes in history.
Doug actually has a podcast, If Hitler Was Framed, along with Sandusky, so it's okay.
Wow.
In defense of Hitler? Wow, you guys are bad.
Moving on.
We have Blast Beat.
Frankie and the gang are hitting the beach for some good old-fashioned shenanigans. To get the party underway, the manager of pop singer Caine decides a skydiving stunt will really do the trick. As Frankie and the others are pulled into the plan, things get out of control. So there you go. Party's just started.
Beach Bucket Bingo?
It sounds familiar, but Maybe they're remaking it. I don't know. What else we got?
The Dry.
Mm-hmm. Brian, go ahead.
Oh, I was actually still on the last one with the real
Nope.
movie.
Nope. What's The Dry? I did the real one. What's The Dry? Come on.
You did not.
I did.
The Dry is Aaron Falk returns to his drought-stricken hometown to attend a tragic funeral, but his return opens a decades-old wound, the unsolved death of a teenage girl.
Okay.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
We've got...
Much rather watch Blast Beach. Beat.
Beach. Yeah, thanks.
Anyone else, Brian? Who's in it?
Eric Bana.
Oh, God.
Oh, an Eric Bana sighting.
I haven't seen him since the Hulk. I think he was in Troy, wasn't he? He was in Troy.
Was Troy after the Hulk?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. He was in Star Trek 2009.
Oh, okay. What else we got, Jeff?
Well, let's get on a higher, more upbeat movie, When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit.
Fanciful comedy about a young woman who discreetly orchestrates the lives of the people around her, creating a world exclusively on her own making. Shot in over 80 Parisian locations. Director
Parisian? Are you trying to say Parisian?
Yes. Parisian locations, thanks. Acclaimed director Jean-Pierre Jeunet invokes his incomparable visionary style to capture the charm and mystery of modern-day Paris. There you go.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, what is that, Moulin Rouge or something?
Moulin Rouge. No. That's what? When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit. Go on, what's Flavor Flav is next.
No, it's Favo Lache.
Whatever. Go ahead, Brian. Mr. Correct.
A few families living out on a limb in the suburbs of Rome. Tensions here can explode at any time. Ultimately, it's the children who can bring about the collapse.
So it sounds like an Italian Do the Right Thing.
Okay, but I was wrong, but Brian's right. Okay, that's fine.
It's not so much that I'm right. It's the fact that I'm reading the correct description of the film.
Just because I have speech impediment, don't make fun of how I'm reading it. Jeez, Brian. On a side note, did that Virgil documentary ever come out on Netflix yet? I'm interested in that.
So anyway, that is your box office news. Next, we're moving on to top 5.
No, we're not yet. Brian, do you have a joke for Jeff?
Oh.
Do you have a joke?
That's not on the outline. Joke.
Joke is never on the outline.
Yeah, it should be. Joke and moment of silence should be on the outline so we know when to do them.
Oh, we're doing it now. Brian, do you have one?
I do.
Go ahead.
Did you know that before crowbars were invented, crows mostly drank alone? I didn't know that.
Hey, Brian, do you have a second one?
where would they have drank before bars?
Brian, do you have a second one since Blake's not here? Because I got one, too, if you would like to do. Let's do 3 of them. I'll do one, you do another one, Brian. I think we could do it.
Go ahead.
Let's hear Jason's terrible joke.
Hey, Jeff, why are elevator jokes so classic and good?
I don't know, Jason. Why are elevator jokes so classic and good?
They work on so many levels.
Not bad. I was expecting worse. So
Thank you. You know what? That's the bottom for me. When
you set the bar low, yeah.
That's right. Better than an elf of Steven Tyler. What else we got here, Brian? We got one more?
I do. Jeff, did you hear about the reopening of Lego World in 2021?
No, I did not.
It was a pretty big deal. People were lined up for blocks.
Can we get him to do a set at the expo?
Yeah. And then he's got
that's
smash watermelons, Doug. He's like Gallagher.
Be it at the introduction of any guest we have to introduce. It'll start with a terrible Brian joke.
I like it.
And then introduce the people.
He'll warm up the crowd.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Just one joke and then introductions. I think that could work.
We had top 5 this week. Top 5 movies you want the cast to be replaced with Muppets. Or you can just reboot the movie with Muppets. Whatever you want to do. We're pretty lenient here. Doug, you're number 5. You're the guest this week. You go ahead and do you.
Well, because the Muppets are a Disney property, they all have to be Disney properties, according to me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they have to be bad movies because you have to redo them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with The Muppets, the movie The Muppets. It should have been better.
Oh, I would have done Muppets.
It should have been better, but it wasn't bad.
I would have done Muppets Most Wanted above that.
But you need the first one. I mean, in the Muppets, they just bash the Muppets. Oh, you're not popular anymore. Nobody cares about you. Why would you do that to your stars?
Well, is it because that one whistling fucking puppet is annoying?
Well, that could be Walter.
Oh my God, that might be the most awful Muppet ever. What's your talent? I whistle. Get the fuck out of here. Worthless as Ellen. My number 5. It's not because it's bad. I just want to see. I got a couple ideas. Jurassic World. And I want the big
Spinosaurus?
No, that's Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic World was the Velociraptor or giant raptor thing. Indominus Rex. That's what it was.
Indominus Rex.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want that to be played by the chicken.
Muppet?
No, yeah. All of it's the Muppets. It's the chicken.
It doesn't all have to be Muppets. You can have, every dinosaur is actually a Muppet instead of a dinosaur. Camilla the chicken. Yes.
Camilla? Okay. Camilla the chicken is the giant Indominus Raptor. Pepe the King.
Indominus Rex.
Pepe is, I thought about these. Pepe is the IT guy working. And
Jake Johnson's role.
What's that?
Jake Johnson's role?
Yep. And Fozzie Bear is Chris Pratt's character. So there you go. Problem is there's not many women Muppets. So that makes it difficult for the leading roles. I guess I would get Miss Poggy would be...
Yeah, I'm gonna say Miss Piggy pretty much would be your lead female role in anything because Miss Piggy would insist on being the lead female role.
Yeah, so
she's vain that way.
So there you go.
I'm glad Jason's going with mine and going with bad movies.
Nope.
Yep.
Jeff, what's your number 5?
My number 5, I'm going with Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. I would like to see the Muppets come through town, have their car break down, and have to hang out with a bunch of hillbillies on their drag queen cross country tour.
Okay. I like that, Jeff. That was a good one. Brian, what's your number 5 and number 4?
Number 5, Freddy Got Fingered.
Who would play Freddy?
Whichever Muppet you think would be best.
Oh, okay.
Gonzo.
I'm leaving casting choices up to everyone.
Okay.
I didn't know if we go with the Kermit usually does the lead role in the movies.
I could see Beaker. Maybe Beaker.
Beaker got fingered?
Yeah. Beaker got Sweetums. What's your number 4, Brian? I don't think you're taking this seriously.
Number 4, Dude, Where's My Car?
Well, it can't make it worse, so I give you that. I'll give you that.
I can see the Muppets doing that one.
Yeah. Jeff, what's your number 4?
Number 4, I'm going with Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, that's a good one. Who would be your cat?
Mainly just because I want to see the Muppets sitting around the table talking about Like a Virgin being about Dick and that Mr. Pink doesn't tip.
They did do
Mr.
that.
Pink would be played by Floyd.
I thought they did that with Melissa McCarthy. Didn't that work out too well? The puppet one?
Oh, I didn't see it.
The murder one?
But it wasn't the Muppets.
That's true. That
it
is
was
true.
fake Muppets.
My number 4 is any of the Mad Max movies. I feel like you could do a really good post-apocalyptic movie with the Muppets. I think
Jump Under. Got to do that one.
you could do Uncle Deadly. He's in there. Who's the one? I'm looking at the character Crazy Harry. He's got to be in there. He's the explosive guy. Dr. Teeth could be running it. He could be the Tina Turner version. I think you could do it. You could throw a Hobo Joe in there too. But no, I think you could do. I think you could do it.
My only concern with that would be the studios would probably make Gonzo Mad Max.
Yeah.
You say that like Gonzo's a bad character.
No, but he's kind of overexposed. So, what else? What you got, Doug?
Number 4, I went with the Lone Ranger. We just
Okay.
need more Lone Ranger movies.
Now, if you go away from the Johnny Depp Lone Ranger and do a real Lone Ranger movie, I might agree with you.
You didn't like Johnny Depp?
I saw that. I actually watched most of that movie, and no, it wasn't good.
Is it on Disney Plus yet?
The last...
I didn't hear that you broke up on.
Disney Plus?
Yeah, is it on Disney Plus?
I think it's next year, isn't it?
I don't
I thought it
know.
was this year. I thought it was
Yeah, 'cause
2021.
Was it this year? It was like, because I know it was like May or something. But I thought it was that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll check.
But if you get to like the last 45 minutes when all the action takes place, it's actually not bad. But it's just getting to it. And then in that same vein, I went with John Carter.
John
Of
Carter from
Mars?
Mars.
No, they took Mars off of it because Mars, the mom didn't work. So
That's right.
obviously, that's why it failed.
That is
That's
true.
why it failed. Because nothing with Mars in the title would do good.
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
you're not going to win Gold Globes for comedy if you have a Martian movie.
And to be fair, I mean, The Red Planet won so many awards when it came out. That was a great film, too.
What was the other one that came out at the same time as Red?
Red Planet and...
Mission to Mars?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good job, Doug. What else you got? Jeff, what's your number 4, is this? 3.
Would be 3. Doug,
Yeah.
you said you're 3? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. My number 3... I picked this movie in particular, but pretty much just something of the genre I think would be cool. But I picked The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I would love to see like a Muppet Western with a showdown. And specifically The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance would be cool because, you can replace like John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart and Lee Marvin with some cool Muppets.
I like that.
Said I haven't picked which Muppets would play those characters, but I mean, if you wanted to do like Good, Bad, and the Ugly, I hope I don't steal somebody's from that. That would work too.
My number 3, Doug, is the same thing. A very bad film that could only make it better. Forrest Gump. I think you could do Forrest Gump.
That would be great.
Wouldn't it? Because you have so many characters that you could add.
I mean, I
throughout
can
it.
just see Kermit sitting there on the bench, and then like the people. Yeah, it's real people that come and sit next to him as he tells the story. But then everything in flashback is Muppets.
Yep.
And then like young Forrest could be played by Robin. That makes sense.
Jenny.
Trademark.
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 Jenny is played by Janice.
It would have to be Piggy.
Nope. Piggy plays
Piggy
the
is
mom.
Kermit's love interest in every.
Nope. It's
movie.
Janice. Fucking A, it's my movie.
You're just saying that because you want you're body shaming Piggy.
No, ready?
You're saying
Janice.
Piggy's too large to play Jenny.
You could do Crazy Harry plays Lieutenant Dan's character because he blew his legs off from a bad explosion. Lieutenant Crazy Harry. Lieutenant Harry.
They would keep their same names.
I'm not doing that. Janice. I love Janice.
That's my boat.
That's my Janice. So there you go. Brian, what's your number 3?
Number 3, Boondock Saints 2.
Very similar to the Reservoir Dogs idea. I like it. I
like how you're picking the sequel. Is the one you want to do.
Yeah, the first one is amazing. Top 5 favorite movie of mine of all time. But 2 is
crap.
Probably a top 5 worst movie of all time.
Are you going to pick Trainspotting 2 for your number 2?
I'm not.
Oh, I thought it was going to be. What's your number 2, Brian?
My number 2 is Cats, the Butthole Cut.
You don't see enough Muppet butthole. I agree. Doug and Disney, do they have buttholes in their characters? Like the character people that walk around? Okay.
No.
They would in this version, though.
Okay. Just checking. My number 2 is something to go along with, a good cast of characters. Police Academy. You reboot Police Academy with Muppets. You could have Gonzo. You could have... I'm trying to go through some of them now.
Gonzo would be like Jones' character, making all this noises and whatnot.
Kermit is... who's the main guy?
Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah, Gutenberg. Scooter could be one of them, too. Scooter could be actually the guy...
Tim Kazurinsky's character. The second one. I don't think he was in the first.
Tackleberry is played by Animal. So... I gotta figure out his place for fall. Who's the bad guy though? The guy with the
Mauser was in the sequels.
You know who I'm talking about though, with the megaphone and that. I'm trying to think who you could put for him. Maybe Sam the Eagle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sam would be a good foil.
Or the newsman. Who the guy with the plaid shirt jacket that always reports news. I got that. So I thought Police Academy would be a good fun one, like to add a cast of characters. Jeff, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Inception. Mainly because I really want to see Gonzo do the hallway scene that what's his name, Joseph Gordon-Levitt does. Mm-hmm. I think Gonzo fighting in the hallway scene as Joseph Gordon-Levitt would be cool.
Okay.
Even though you think Gonzo's overexposed.
He is. Doug, what's your number 2?
Tron.
The original?
Tron or the
reboot
sequel?
No, go with the original. With using that technology.
Okay.
Okay, technology from 1980 and Muppets.
Who plays the Red Tron guy? It's a tough call.
Elmo's
a good one. Is he a Muppet? He's on Sesame Street. Does that count?
No, he's not a Muppet. Nope, he's not a Muppet.
According to Disney, he is.
He is a Muppet. According to Disney, he's not a Muppet.
No.
They own the Muppets. He's not a Muppet.
Okay.
He's a Muppet. They're all Muppets.
Doug, what's your number 1?
What list of Disney movies wouldn't be complete without Tomorrowland?
Well played.
Giving it another shot.
Yes, because the first shot was awful. So let's try it again.
Vaccination. So.
It wasn't awful. It was original.
Longest car ride ever.
It wasn't that long. When you watch it a second and third and fourth and fifth time, it's not as long.
Why are you watching it 5 times?
Is it longer than the car ride in the beginning of Manos Hands of Fate?
Oh. Hey, Jeff. Manos?
Hands of Fate.
Manos.
Hands of Fate.
Jeff, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is 7.
What's in the box?
I would love. Yeah, you got Fozzie playing Somerset. You get Kermit playing Mills. Piggy playing Mrs. Mills. You get Scooter as John Doe.
Oh, Scooter's a good one. I was going to say Swedish Chef, but okay.
No, the Swedish Chef is going to be the guy killed by gluttony.
Okay.
And you'll have Floyd, the guy killed by sloth. And for a pretty disgusting part of the movie, Gonzo and Camilla will be the one killed by lust.
No. I like that. 7's a good one.
I haven't figured out who would be Greed or Pride yet.
Greed?
Yeah, I really can't figure out who is the greediest Muppet.
Statler? Waldorf? No. Try and go through it now. That's a tough
Greediest
call.
Muppet. Miss Piggy, because it's always got to be about her.
That's
Well,
true.
yeah, but Miss Piggy's got another role. So.
Yeah.
Janice could play the Kermit's wife.
You and Janice, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
I only got
Kermit
two
and
women
Piggy
to
have
pick
to
from.
be the couple. Kermit and Piggy have to be the couple. That is a Muppet Show rule.
No. How about Walter could be the greedy one because he always wants to join the Muppets? Fuck him.
Walter wasn't going to actually make this.
He's trying to make any
Okay.
cuts.
Can I put in a request for a face-off for next week?
Yes.
Walter versus Theo.
Walter versus Theo. I like it. Change approved. And my number one is Freddy versus Jason. The Freddy Krueger versus Jason. Freddy is played by Swedish Chef, because that guy's a serial killer. And played by Jason, big lumbering guy, Sweetums. So I think those two could do it.
Or Bobo.
Mm-hmm.
Bo is a good one too, but I like Sweetums. He's scarier. Sweetums looks scarier.
I think Bobo in a hockey mask would be scarier than Sweet.
Well, you make that movie, Jeff. I'm making this movie, so go fuck yourself. Jeez. Brian.
Well, okay, I'm going to make Jason X with Uber Bobo.
Oh, do it. Do it. Brian, what's your number one?
My number one is the 2018 made-for-TV Al Pacino Paterno.
Did you change your pick during the discussion tonight?
I did not. I was as we started. I was still working on my list, and
okay.
it just fell into place. Like that would be a perfect movie.
Please send your complaints to Doug at Graphic Novice.
Also, I came up with an alternate list.
Mm-hmm.
Since Jim and Blake aren't here, I figured they should have their list.
Okay.
One of their lists heard. And this is solely Scott Baio or Ricky Schroeder films.
Okay.
Just since they're both kind of in the news right now.
Zapped.
Number 5, The Boy Who Drank Too Much. Made for TV movie.
Okay.
Number 4, Detention, The Siege at Johnson High.
Ooh.
Okay.
Number 3, Ebenezer.
Okay.
Number 2, the Scott Baio classic, The Bread, My Sweet.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one.
And number 1, the other Scott Baio classic, Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2.
Oh.
There is no Super Babies, Baby Geniuses.
No.
But there is a Baby Geniuses 2.
Nice. Is that
I just wanted to get that out there.
I like it. Well done. Is that Blake's list?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
We have.
I got honorable mentions.
Okay, hurry up. Come on.
They'll be quick. I'm going to say Clue, because that would be fun.
Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah.
If you're going to remake Clue, let the Muppets do it. That'll be better than most of the other things they came up with. Just listening to Brian's last list there, it made me think of the movie Toy Soldiers, where the kids were caught in their military school by,
I like that growing up.
with Will Wheaton and Keith Coogan and those guys. So. And the last one on my list is Team America World Police.
Fuck yeah.
Just because you have to have the Kermit Piggy shit sex scene.
You really like a pig. I think you like Miss Piggy. Do you fap to it?
Miss Piggy and Kermit are the stars.
You fap to it. Doctor number one.
Oh, you said no. God.
Listener. Oh, I'm sorry. Just to furries.
I did also have one honorable mention.
Yes, go ahead.
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Of course, the worst one of them all. Worst one.
Best one.
Doctor number one, we had some listener feedbacks. Doctor number one had Schindler's List, Charcuterie, a Serbian film, Charcuterie. This is not made up. I really don't fucking know how to say this until someone tells me how to say it.
Charcuterie.
And a Carter. No, Big Dev, the Sci Guy, the whole Fast and Furious franchise. He hobied that shit.
Yes.
Patch Adams, 6 Underground. I like this one. 300. Everything in the DCEU might make Batman versus Superman and Justice League watchable. That is true. I could see that.
No, I'm trying to. Instead of 300, they should do Meet the Spartans.
Steve, at Everything I Learned from Movies. He'll be a guest next week with Izzy. Silence of the Lambs. I could see that. Deep Blue Sea. I want these motherfucking sharks off this motherfucking boat. Ocean's 11 trilogy. That does a good job.
That could be fun.
Congo. Bobo the Bear could play Amy. So there you go. And Fast and Furious franchise. Kevin at Cincy Explorer, that traitor to Cincinnati. He said he picked the first 5 films that came to mind. The Mighty Ducks series. Inception. Ooh, Inception. La La Land. Can't Make It Worse. Dark Knight trilogy. And The Hangover. The Hangover could be really good. That could be some good ones.
Who would be Zach Galifianakis?
Shoot. That's a good one.
Floyd? Animal?
Dr. Teeth.
Dr. Teeth would be like one of the other guys, I think.
You think?
I think.
Maybe Animal. I could see that. The Cinema Guys, Brad, had the Schindler's List. Saving Private Ryan. Nothing like seeing Muppets' arms go flying. 3 Amigos. I could see that. The Crow, because that's a feel-good movie. And this one could work with Kermit. Tombstone. Randall at RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
Just handled that way.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Great minds. Phantom Menace. Couldn't make it worse. Terminator. Oh, naked Muppets. Basic Instinct. More naked Muppets for Jeff. And Pulp Fiction. Patrick Capel had Nacho Libre.
Capel.
And then, let's see here. I think that is it. Oh, nope. We had a couple on our Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas. Give us a like there. If I can pull it up here. Jen, the Ditman's wife. She had Speed. My cousin Vinny from Kristen. And from Brian, Fast and the Furious. The Rock. Welcome to the Rock. I could see that. Waldorf could play Sean Connery's guy. Titan AE. That was a perfect film. The Avengers. I could see that with all of them circling up. And GoldenEye. Ooh, a Bond one. I could see that too.
GoldenEye, huh?
Is that with the invisible car?
No, that one was not the invisible car.
Okay.
Die Another Day had the invisible car.
Okay, thank you. So there you go. There's our top 5 this week. Thanks for listening. Doug, thanks for showing up. Thank you for showing
No
up.
problem.
Blown away by your ability to show up.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm blown away by your ability not to be interrupted this week. So, congratulations. Bad idea of the week. Buying any virtual coin from care over that fucking bitch Baskins. So there you go.
What number is that at?
That would be 389,000. 389,000. Let's see here. Titles for the show. Jeff, what you got?
All right, I got Oprah of the West Side.
I like that one.
You really cuss a lot, Dad. Teenagers are assholes. We buried the lead. I went through a lot of husky jeans. You are a bad liar. Shower coach.
I had shower coach.
I had that one as well.
Hobie coin. Hawkeye's hand-me-downs. DJ gas bag.
I had that one.
The intern experience.
Had that.
And Beaker got fingered.
Got that too.
No. Doug, what else you got?
I got In Defense of Sandusky.
Nope.
Scat can be purchased for $5. and when Jeff was describing the Canadian border, big wide open.
I had. Oh, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I had Muppet buttholes. I said, let's see, We Are the Talent. We are now an HGTV podcast. The Husky Gene podcast.
I had Husky Gene section at the Husky Gene section.
I also had Shower Coach. The intern experience. And It's So Quiet Without Blake.
I had Family of Nomads, Dating My Mom, Husky Gene section, Not So Happy Valley. I think that was it. Yep. So I like Dating My Mom. I like anything with the Husky Genes. And I like Shower Coach.
The only problem is it sounds like you're dating your mom.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Fine, dating intern's mom. Do you want me to change it? Intern has a MILF. What do you want me to change it to? I mean, come on.
Change it to Beaker got fingered.
Nope. We're going Shower Coach.
That can be purchased for $5.
Nope, Shower Coach. We're going Shower Coach.
DJ Gasbag.
DJ Qualls.
No, we don't want DJ Qualls on the show.
We don't? I would love to have DJ Qualls on the show.
Yeah.
It's Shower Coach.
All right, Shower Coach.
Roger says goodbye.
People will probably think it's about...
I said Roger says goodbye.
Reveal...
I said Roger says goodbye.
Gender reveal parties or something.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.